unexpected, ladies and gentlemen, but we are here. Welcome to Suzuka Circuit for F9 here on Player SM Gaming Leads and the PlayStation. I am your host, Attack Logan, and I am joined by Jack Tyler.
Hello everyone, welcome back to PSGL F9. Last time out of Mexico we had a fantastic race. There's more of the same than the only figure of 8 circuits on the calendar.
And the only figure of 8 circuit ever. Only figure of 8 circuit ever. And I am being already bullied for the stream link in the Discord. Brilliant. It's live.
Obviously, this year's Japanese Grand Prix is sponsored by Honda, which is kind of ironic considering the fact they've left F1 now. They're still involved with Red Bull. They're not named it, so they technically left, they technically haven't. But yeah, this Japanese Grand Prix is sponsored by Honda, but in real life anyway. I just thought it'd be a funny thing to mention, you know, as obviously Honda pulled out of F1 last year. But yeah, talking about Red Bull and Honda, we got the Red Bull after first.
I don't know why they keep quitting F1. For goodness sake, make your mind up.
I think it's something. I think it's just they either think they've. I don't actually know. I think maybe because they just lose like commitment towards the like project and stuff. But you never know. But anyway, Logan, do you want to go through the standings?
Yes, we shall. BB8, despite throwing away a win last week, is still in the championship lead by 4 points ahead of LAS Rastas, who has 2 wins to his name, not 3, because of course Miami did not count. I have lost my standings. But we are sponsored by GT Omega and Grid Rivals, so that's good. But yes, BB8 still in the championship lead, 1 win, a 4th place and a 2nd place. Rastas with 2 wins and a DNF. Tam is in 3rd with 2nd place with 23 points, a 4th place and an 8th place. You can see all the drivers making their way through, and the first driver at starting lap will be our lobby host, Yarmo Boutier. We do have some reserves to report on. I do believe that Adakov was supposed to be joining us tonight, but he couldn't get in, which is quite a shame.
You got a first spinner of the day, and that was Yarmo, who almost, and Stiggy was tanked into him at turn 2. But Stiggy looks very assertive through the S section. Power,
yeah.
very sensitive on the power.
Stiggy was very unlucky last week. He reversed at the start by accident, and as you know, reversing at the start line is illegal and results in disqualification, which was quite a shame. Let's hope that does not happen to him this time as he makes his way through the very tight hairpin, as you can see there. That is called, well, it's just called hairpin. But we know this one, after this large curve with the motorcycle insert there, is spoon curve coming up right here. Takes a break down. Yes, he comes out in 5th gear before heading up towards 130R. And it's named that because it has a radius of 130 meters. And 20 years ago it was changed after a crash with ammunition. My goodness me, he nearly crashes into Rastas there as he comes around the final corner of the Casio Triangle, named after the company, of course. Those are the calculators, and he crossed the line at a 1:30.036, and that's the benchmark for the remainder of the field to set. And it immediately goes away. A slipstream sets 1:29.864. As you see, more drivers coming through to finish their laps off.
Yeah, a decent lap from slipstream. I think Kenda will be the next to cross the line. He takes that chicane quite wow, I assume. I mean, he did cut half of it, but you know, passed that on by Kenda comes to the line for 29.902. 37 off the avatar of the slipstream. But yeah, you know, this track is a classic F1 track. It always has been, and you know, it's provided some famous moments, like Michael Schumacher's engine blowing up through Sector 2.
Don't remind me.
And him getting passed around the outside by a young hotshot Fernando Alonso in the Renault in 2005 at 130R.
Not a young hotshot. He already won the championship the week prior.
Yeah, but you get on.
Anyways, Yossi's taking the top time of 1:29.453. We have half the field already setting the time here at a track that has hosted Formula One for 35 years now. Started back in 1987. Tam goes to the top. Has been home to many title deciders between Senna and Prost, Schumacher and Hakkinen, Hill and Villeneuve even, Michael Schumacher and Kimi Räikkönen, I do believe, one year. And the last driver to win the World Championship here was Sebastian Vettel back in 2011 when he finished third place to secure the title. Well, to be fair, he only needs 1 point. BB8 showing his qualifying form in gold as gets to the top with a 1:29.294. The times are starting to fall, Jack.
Yeah, 29.294. It's a very quick time actually for a first run, but you know, obviously Tam a little bit of insight. He was doing 28.4 in time trial, or 28.6 sorry in time trial. So maybe he will drop 6 tenths. We'll have to see. Obviously, multiplayer is very different to time trial, as there is degradation, ERS, you know, all that kind of stuff that isn't in.
Actually, I do believe there was a penalty to report on. I think you might have missed it. There was Agent Tajine and Yossi both got penalties.
Is that not from Spa?
Nope, it was from Mexico. Last week, Tajine got a 5-second penalty for causing a collision on the first lap at turn 12 with BR4JK, which spun him round. And Yossi also got a penalty on lap 32 for leaving the track and gaining the advantage, trying to fight for position, which meant...
Oh, yes.
Yes, and he got 1 penalty point on his licence as well, which means he only finished with no points. And Demorts did get points. He actually got 2 points because he finished 10th, but he also got the fastest lap. As Yarmo's began another lap in the number 8.
You definitely keep taking his section with all he can, but there's still part of it where he does go wide and take a bit of the line does go a bit away from him, but you know, let's say he gets to Degner 1, you can attack this corner. This part is a power protector 1. I don't think it is though. You can really attack those corners, Degner 1 and Degner 2. Now into the hairpin where Danny Kvyat crashed in 2015 quite heavily. Into the hairpin now. Takes it nice and tight. Onto the inside and onto the outside for the best power now, but you go down a curve straight, which can be very hard in the wet, especially on off traction control. You can lose it very easily. Down to the famous double left-hander, spoon, curve. Does take it. You can run wider, and it will let you off this game.
Well, it doesn't matter now. He's spun out, and he's lucky not to have damaged his wheel axles because that would have ended his race, ended his session, I should say. Well, his race to pole position. And Tom and Ivan spun, so it's only Tom really on a lap coming around in number 69. I don't like it because it also read the same upside down, which is very boring. So he makes his way through the Senna S's, I believe. Actually, no, it's not the Senna S's. I think it's the Schumacher. No, it's just the S curves. The S curves. That's it. That's all they're named. Very unoriginal name, I know.
Yeah, Suzuki's a classic track code, isn't it? So you're not going to expect too many corner names.
Yes, it's not really changed that much, to be fair, ever since its inception as a Formula One Grand Prix circuit. As you see, he makes his way... he goes around the outside. The proper line is to take the entire inside on the road to Spoon Curve. And there is Spoon Curve there. 32 watchers, by the way. Welcome to you all. We do have a couple of incidents. Please just ignore that. It's usually the yellow flags for people trying to let people through. 130 yard for Tom, and he's now approaching the Casio Triangle. And I think there's been another spin in it. No, it's not. It's just people letting people through. Tom will cross the line with the 9th best time, a 1:29.912. Currently, the top 12 are separated by 8 tenths. That's pretty close, and this is just the start, I have to say, as we see a lot of drivers coming through now in their second runs.
Yeah.
Tam.
Here comes Stiggy. Here comes Stiggy. Sorry, Logan. It comes across the line and go P5. He didn't. It looked like he locked up into the Picasso triangle. But yeah, he looked like he didn't look that quick on the straight either, actually.
And Sander has retired in the pit lane. That's interesting. I don't know what's happened. The Slipstream is stranded there in the middle of the track. He's got to get back on track as soon as he can. He doesn't want to hold up the other drivers. As I do believe that was Yossi coming through, but that's an outlap, so no harm, no foul done. He's got to be careful to let all the other drivers through. Careful the Alpha Tauri there. I think that's... I think that was Slipstream. No, he wasn't on the lap. Sorry, he wasn't on the lap. He'd already spun off. So, who are we actually looking at right now? Tajine starting a lap.
Rastaz maybe? He's coming to swing curve now.
Rastaz. Two-time winner already this season. In fact, back-to-back. So he could be going for the turkey here tonight, and if he does, he'll take the lead in the championship. Unless BB8 finishes second and gets the fastest lap. If he finishes second without the fastest lap, they'll be tied. But, of course, Rastaz with 3 wins to BB8's 1 will take the lead in the championship. Rastaz coming through the final corner. What is this time going to be? It looks like a really good one. It's a brilliant one. He's nearly cracked 128. And this is why Rastaz is the toughest driver to beat in this league. If you saw last week, he went from 6th after pitting in the final 2 laps to the lead in a matter of corners and held on to win ahead of BB8. BB8 starting another lap by the looks of it because he invalidated the last one by the looks of it.
See,
Yossi.
BB8 takes that corner a lot differently to other drivers. He sticks to the inside where the drivers go to the outside. So, you know, this could be an interesting differential of lines here between you guys in a race, like we saw in Mexico, which provides a great entertainment.
And Jack, look what we have here. A Haas 1-2. The American dream has come true once again.
It's probably not what the Japanese wanted to see, but you know.
Well,
there we are then. It's for historical reasons, obviously.
There are no Japanese drivers, there are no Japanese teams in this competition, Jack. So I don't think they really care who wins. I mean, to be fair, everyone in Brazil wanted Lewis Hamilton to win, and look what happened.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think they really want an American team to 1-2, really, do they? If you go back historically. But, you know, we're nearly 100 years into the future. We're nearly 100 years into the future after that, anyway. But BB8 is in Sector 2 now. Yarmo goes second, actually. That's a very good lap. But
yes.
Keep an eye on BB8. Tips the curb in 130R. That might unsettle his car a little bit. As he comes into Casio Triangle, he cuts that very well. Cuts that well as well. You're allowed to do that.
He's wearing the pits.
Maybe he didn't feel like it was a good enough lap time to beat Rastaz. It didn't look like it was. He's still 2 turns off. And the top 10 separate the top 14 separated by a second of us. Just 1 second, which is incredibly close. I wish you see that in the race.
Yeah. King Ivan's the only driver that's not retired, that's not set a lap time yet. I should mention I have not checked the chat. I am sorry for neglecting you. Someone has clicked hi several times. Hello, I can see you. And, oh, his name's Marco69. Okay, bye. How do you commentate for PSGL? Someone has asked in the chat. You just hope for the best, pretty much. It's like the claw machine in Toy Story. They just hand pick you. You said it's you, and they just pick you out and you're thrown into the box. And we stay here for the entirety of the season, and we never get to leave it, even when it's not a race. So it's a very sad life. Anyway, Ivan has spun trying to get into the pit lane. That's not a very pretty sight, and he's reversed into the pit lanes.
He might hit Yarmo. That's very good dodging.
And he's lucky not to get disqualified. King Ivan hasn't really had the tough time. Some people weren't very happy with him last week because he caused a Latifi-esque situation, bringing the safety car out at the whilst retiring on track. Well, he didn't retire on track, but, you know, he was well down, and he spun around, crashed, and caused the safety car. He didn't intentionally do it, obviously, but some people felt it was a little bit off, but nevertheless, Rastaz was leading at the start of before the safety car, and was leading at the end of it, so no harm, no foul. Ooh. Tam coming around Degner, and he had a shaky one there, as he now comes out of it under the bridge, and approaching Kendi, who's just about to go on his final lap. 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in this session. Everyone's got to get out like the clap because they want to set a lap time. Tam's looking good, is he, Jack?
Yeah, he was 2 turns up in the first sector, so I went all for. It's just going to be really close, especially he looks like the second sector looks decent. Spoon looks very good, doesn't really clip the curve too much, can spin on it. Be careful on power through the spoon curve, gets on the power very early. And he can afford to do that, he comes racing down the back straight now, where I think there used to be an old grid down there. Here we go then, into his 1/10 lap. This could still be close, because I believe his last sector wasn't that amazing on his previous lap. Here we go then, into the Casio Triangle, to be his last lap. Nice little cut there. Oh, back end lost it a little bit. Through the final corner where there used to be a massive bump on the old F1 games was removed. Goes across the line, 29-1.
Splits the difference between Rastas and Yarmo. I'd just like to take you away for a second, Jack. And apparently Sander VG said in the chat, all my assists are lock on full assist. I have to drive with brake assist at max and steering assist, etc. It's undrivable.
That's because, that's nothing to do with the game. That's nothing to do. So he must have clicked on the race director or settings. Sorry, he must have clicked casual, and obviously it being casual, it would have changed. Then it says race style lock, which is session expert. So that must be a bit weird. Unless he clicked casual before, and it's just locked him in casual.
That's probably the reason.
It's happened to me before on online.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. I'm just checking the Discord. He saved the same thing. Well, unfortunately, the assists were not turned off, which was a mistake, but I doubt you'd be running them because they help you absolutely nothing whatsoever. So, Slipstream coming through to set his lap. He's had a difficult qualifying session as he approaches the Haas there of Yossi, who's just about to start his lap. Slipstream gets 8th. That's a pretty decent time, as a lot of drivers are now coming through to start their final lap. 5 seconds left. Tam has already set a lap. We will not bother with him. His teammate is, though. Here he comes through Casio Triangle. Let's hope he calculates it correctly. Haha, Casio pun. GMAC coming through the final corner, and then it will be a 10th best time. A 1:29.599 for GMAC. Who is coming through now? Kende.
Kende.
And he is faster than he was last time. He's just behind his teammate in 6th place. King Ivan has failed to set a time, so he will start at the very back. Stiggy comes through and gets 9th. Then it should be, I believe, D. Mortz, the only McLaren driver left on track. And he will set a 13th best time. But now, BB8, what's he got left in the tank? Oh, no, not enough! So close. 55 tenths down! Tom doesn't get a lap time in, but Rastaz, he doesn't need to set it last time, but he's going to do it anyway! 1:28.743. Come and have a go if you think you're fast enough.
Here comes his teammate, though. He was a 10th up, but he's cut that completely, and it's going to be 5th place at least at best.
That is very unfortunate. BR4 has invalidated, which means...
Is that qualifying? Yes, it is done.
Yep, and Rastaz is on pole. And by what seems like a long margin, King Ivan's lost his wing, by the way. Fun fact. So there we go. What a time from Rastaz. He is proving why he is the one to beat here in F9. But will any of these young hopefuls behind him find something, just that extra oomph, to get past Rastaz and have a trick up their sleeve, perhaps?
well, he's 3 tenths clear over 1 lap, so, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see what DB8 has in store for him. Maybe we get weather involved again. That would be interesting. Razpaz's the only driver in the 128.7. He's the only driver in the 128 overall, actually, so let's see how this goes.
I've just asked Rastaz if he wants to be in PSF1. No reaction. Come on, Yarmo, pit! Reminder, he's the... Well, he's not the host of this lobby, but... So there's your, I'm erring at the fact that Sander is your qualifying lineup. I can't say it because I've just seen what's happened.
Oh.
Restyle's locked on expert, but still give me all the assists.
That's weird.
I think it will stay locked on his end. And Tajini has left the session. That's not a good sign. I'll just oh, no. One moment, please. Can you invite him, please? Because he's just left the session. So I think Sander might be getting some bad news that he won't be able to race unless he chooses to use the assist. He's at the back anyways. Either that or we might be getting a lobby restart, and I think that might be the case. As our viewership goes down. Reminder, 27 laps of this 5.8 kilometre circuit will be completed today. In this, the only figure of 8 circuit in Formula 1 history.
We need a bit more figure of 8 circuits because, you know, they provide great entertainment. Especially, and I'm really excited to see how it is this year, Japan. We've not been there for a while in real life. And with the new cars, you can really see. Is it 7 seconds until we start? So we can, with no formation on it.
Ah, yes. Right, here we go then. Sorry for the little lull in the actions. Lots of things have happened. But here we go. 5 lights are on. And the championship leaders at the front. And they are off and racing here in F9 in Japan. And it's Rastas who immediately gets off the line fast as he could. And BB8 behind cannot catch him. What has happened in the back?
G-Mac and Slipstream collided, I think. G-Mac's with damage.
Don't see. I see Slipstreams went to the back of the field. Slipstream, oh yes, they're well behind, you have to say. As the middle of the pack are battling right now, it's Tam and Yossi coming through the S-curves. Tajini has just rejoined at the perfect time. I think it's good he's missed all the action. Olaf Star and BR4 going side by side. Olaf Star gets the edge. Olaf Star, I do believe, a reserve. As now, oh dear, it's a massive off. And I think it's both Demort and Tom. Yeah, Tom has been taken off. There's 2 Toms in this team, by the way. And now it's side by side with Tajine, loses out in the position. And Sander there is ghosted completely. Meanwhile, at the top, and oh dear, Bushy has spun. Bushy has spun out of the hairpin. And at that long straight there, there's a lot of battling going on. I do apologise if I missed that. Oh dear, and Fashion Gold has been turned around. And Jarno Bertier has left the set. Oh, hold up. I've just been told this is going to not count because the lobby is going to be restarted. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be restarting the race.
Why?
Because we've just been told by the host we're going to have to start again.
Yeah, but the fact is, are most of these guys going to listen to that?
I'm not sure. Well, Olaf Star spun off, and some of the drivers already pitting. Yeah, I think we might be getting a lobby restart. Yeah, we've got 2, 3.
Well, I mean, to be honest, right, that was interesting first lap, and some of these drivers are going to be fuming, especially Stiggy, who's come up from 9th. You know, good start, come from 10th, one of the highest gainers, and you know he's going to be very angry about the restart decision. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things we have to do on league racing.
I'm not sure why they haven't stopped. We have been told we're going to be restarting. And I'm not sure if this is going to count now, because they have said that we've got to restart. Because that's what the host said. One of the drivers who's not here tonight is completely not listening. Yeah, there are problems everywhere of this game. Yeah, as you can see, the ghosted Red Bulls have left the session. Not much happening, by the way. I think, yeah, there's still a discussion. What has happened to Sanders' game? Yeah, I think they're all realising we've got to leave now. I do not know why that they've not stopped racing, but I know they're going to be focused on it. But I do believe we'll have to get everyone to restart.
I mean, we had this conversation last week about a restart, didn't we? These guys won't be on their phones. Oh.
Well, shouldn't they have something like next to them, their computer, and don't they have like party lobbies as Stiggy and Kendi are battling?
Yeah, but they won't.
Slipstreams went in the pits and retired. I think they'll need to find somehow. They'll find out eventually. Yeah, I'm gonna. If I leave the lobby, I might lose my job. They're asking someone to post a message in a PS group. Actually, that's what I'm going to do right now. Keep it on, actually. Sorry, guys, but, you know, some people have just... Let's just say they're too focused.
Yeah, I mean, they all leaving now, I believe.
Yeah. Alright, I've just sent a message to the party chat. They've all left. Once again, we do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, for the... Yeah, they're all retiring now. Yeah, so we are going to get started again. We do sincerely apologise, ladies and gentlemen, but this was just shocking. So, what do you think should we do? Should we just stop streaming, or just keep going?
I think we continue.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. So, red flag, ladies and gentlemen, we do apologise for that. I'm sure you've got an invite. I'll send you in anyway. Right. Once again, sincere apologies for the confusion and restart, but some things just can't be helped. That gives us time to actually talk about our sponsors for once. We don't give them their dues, we've been told. So we're going to do that. GT Omega is PSGL's title sponsor from Season 31. They're a leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals, from gaming chairs to sim racing cockpits, and you can improve your gaming setup with them just by going to their website, buying some of their awesome products, and you will feel like you're really in the race. Use PSGL at checkout for 5% off on all GT Omega products. You can also find them on their Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we've also got our other... Do we still have Grid Rival as our software sponsor? We should do. GT Omega is the title sponsor. So once again, sincere apologies that had to happen. We are going to be given a little of delay. We'll check the... Yeah, I'm going to have to let them know. Remember to turn assists off. Except the line, because the line's allowed when it's not Monday. The line doesn't like Mondays, so it's going to... No, don't do that, joke. I need to tell them to turn the restrictions off, which they haven't done. And it's not sunny. Qualifying should be off. I do think, in my opinion, if we had the time, I'd restart qualifying, but that would be unfair on all the other drivers. Just pretend that Sanders not done qualifying and all.
I mean, to be honest, this is the dilemma we have, right? When you get restart, which is what...
Sorry, I completely forgot. Traction control and ABS are allowed. I completely forgot about that.
And so is gears, manual gears and automatic. So all the leagues from F9 down, all the leagues from F9 down. Well,
I see, thank you. I thought it was just Thursday.
No, it's all the...
Well, today I learned. Look, we can't keep focus on everything. Anyway, we are just getting the grid set up. So it will be sunny, by the way, I have been told, because that's how it was forecast.
Yeah.
This game is great, isn't it, with all the glitches? Yes, Olav, it is absolutely brilliant. You can't get better than EA Sports.
Oh, this game never fails to amuse me, Logan.
Yeah, I'm starting to really get tired of it. In all honesty, if it keeps going, I might just not commentate on the game anymore. I might go iRacing or something. But I don't have a PC. I have a Mac, so well, I'll be screwed.
Well, whilst we're talking about F1 games, there's a new one coming up this week, isn't there? There's a new F1 game coming out.
Yeah, F1 Manager.
Yeah, it's 43. Oh god, it's going to have me. 43.15 on the pounds on the PlayStation Store. It comes out on the 25th of August, which is also known as Results Day to some people who... The GCSE Results Day. So
and ladies and gentlemen, guess what's happened? Sorry to interrupt. He's forgot to turn the assists off again, even though I told him 3 times. Finally.
But yeah.
No, traction control doesn't go off! Oh my god! I've lost it!
But yeah, obviously everyone in the UK...
Someone's getting sacked.
Who is watching today, good luck in your GCSE results. I hope you smash them all. And yeah, good luck for the future. But there's a race we're focusing on. That's on Thursday. This is Sunday. We're focusing on Japan here in Suzuka. Why I say that so weirdly, I'll never know. But yeah, so the assists are getting changed and changed. I have no idea what's going on, to be honest. I'm just here, you know, just filling in the co-commentary as Logan loses his head. But you know,
I'm not losing my head. He's losing his head. Finally! Yes! He's finally done it! He's got the assist right. Ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely apologise, but it's obvious someone has lost it. Right. So hopefully this time we will be getting underway soon.
Let's hope. Here we go then. 27 laps of the Japanese track, the Suzuka. Situated in Suzuka. Suzuka's not one of the busiest cities in the Japan region, but it's on the main island of Japan. So it's near Tokyo, it's near Kyoto. I think Kyoto's on the main island. But it's near that area. And obviously Suzuka is a very what's the word? Tourist attraction. Very heavy tourist attraction. So many tourists, obviously, because you've got the Grand Prix track. The city's quite nice in itself as well, from experience. And yeah, so let's see what the Japanese fans will think of this race as we see the famous 130R going over Degner 2, which is one of the best parts of the track, the bridge, the figure of 8 connect. But you know, Logan, are you ready for this Grand Prix?
Yes, I do apologise for getting a bit angry there, but we have been here for 50 minutes and we already had a 12-minute delay. And in all honesty, especially at these levels, there needs to be some form of organisation in running things smoothly, and it's quite obvious that we're lacking that here, and I just wish... Oh yeah, don't forget to set up as well. I just wish someone could, what's the word, listen to everyone and take in good heed. But here we are now. We are going to get underway. Everyone's got to get their setups ready. I can hear a lot of static in Jack's background.
That's my PS4. It's my PS4 fan. You know, the PS4's
right.
The older versions.
See, he's caused a lot of people to go from the stream because, let's be honest, nobody wants to watch this. Right, here we go. We're going to get started now.
50 minutes late.
Well, actually 30 minutes late, but you know, 5 lights are on, and we are off and racing here in Japan once again. Remember, there's going to be cold tyres, and they're coming around the first corner now. Rastaz well ahead of BB8, and Tam and Yossi just behind him, and also coming in there, Jarno Buttier on the outside, and he has lost the position to Olaf Star already, but he gets back in the 6th as Olaf Star has a horrible turn free and loses a lot of positions there. Stiggy and Fashion Gold battling as well, and Olaf Star spun off again. Olaf Star's night gets from bad to worse, and now he's right at the back of the pack.
Kendi's gone wide at Dunlop Curve. And
Kendi's gone wide.
In the P7.
And I think Tam is moving back here. He's got a problem by the looks of it. And that's his teammate has spun. That's made it even worse for him. Right, Yossi and Jarmo battling for 3rd place, and they touch wheels there coming out of it as they make their way through turn number 12. And Stiggy and BR4 are also battling.
Yeah. Sorry, just focusing on the Stiggy battle there. But you know, it's a very close start. All these drivers have looked very close to match in qualifying, but BB8 and Rastas have gone down the field. The 2 favourites. And here comes Yossi round the outside of 130. It will not work. Not with these cars, it won't work. Into the Cafe Triangle, going to stick his nose in. Jarmo, is he going to be an undercut into the curve? No, he's not. The curve used to have a bump in the old F1 games. Has been removed from the F1 game in 2020.
Oh my word! Yossi went for a gap. He is a racing driver, but he nearly got squashed. And there goes Jarmo. And into the wall he goes. It was going to end in tears eventually if they didn't yield. And it's Jarmo that comes out the victim and that'll surely be a penalty for Yossi. He got way too aggressive, especially down the straight and into the first corner. It was about to happen. And there goes, and the race for the Red Bulls just gets worse from here now, before it gets better.
That should be rear wing damage as well for Yarmo, because the way he tanked that back. But he could be very lucky. Here comes Siggy, and looking at BR4, and there's the predicted pit stop strategy for you guys on the screen. Lap 12 to 15, medium or hard. Some guys on the hard to medium, that'll be around lap 17, lap 18. You see those guys coming in. But yeah.
As we see Slipstream Fashion Gold coming across to Kendi now, this for 7th place. Kendi has had a bad start by the looks of it. Sander and Olav back off the screen are battling for 16th place. Meanwhile, as we see right behind Kendi, look at his speed, look at his grip he has. Slipstream, the way better driver, and I do believe King Ivan has had another spin whilst 25 seconds down. Anyways, Slipstream has got past Kendi, and now his next opponent will be Stiggy, who is about 9 tenths ahead, who is about 3 tenths ahead of BR4. DRS now enabled this lap, but that will be next time round, because this is the only DRS zone in the entire circuit.
Yep, and some people are saying, why is it now DRS going to have to spoon on spoon? Because 130R isn't actually a braking mechanism, so there'll be no mechanism for the DRS to shut. That was explained in real life as well.
Yes. And Sander, meanwhile, off-screen has retired from the race because he's still got the problem with his assists. I'm not sure what has happened there, but well, I guess the game just doesn't want to cooperate with him, as has been the case for many a time. Meanwhile, Tom and Fashion Gold still chasing down Kendi and trying to emulate what Slipstream has achieved, as we do believe we have an incident. I'm not sure if it's that one. Oh, by the way, the gap between third and second is 5 seconds, and it's only lap 3. The pace of these two at the front is ridiculous. Second to none.
Don't forget they are on they are on quicker tyres, but yeah,
yes,
they're not 5 seconds. They're not a second, 2 seconds lap quicker than the hard. So.
Oh no, because remember Yossi and Yarmo battling mad, and of course that resulted in being held up. And meanwhile, BB8, getting the first taste of DRS in the race, manages to cut his gap down to 3 tenths, as Rastas tried to move to the right to avoid the tow being given to BB8. What have we got here, Jack?
Stiggy's on the back of BR4, and I need to cough because there's something in my throat.
It looks like Slipstream.
Well.
Looks like Slipstream's getting involved too.
Yeah, but you also got BB8 who's on the back of Bass, so these are battling away in Mexico. BB8 threw it away on the last.
Not again.
Is it going to be history repeats itself again, and Matt will take back-to-back victories in PSGL, or will BB8 conquer what is the lead runner in this championship? Not in the lead of the championship, but we know he's the quicker driver. And Rastas would usually get a warning for that, but he won't get one because you do seem to get away with it. But there was a briefing on it in that you can't extend too much in spoon.
Yes, and that may be looked at closely by the stewards, as we see BB8 really closing up. This might be his first bite at the cherry once they come round out of the Casio Triangle once again. Look how close he's getting to Rastas's rear wing. Now he gets out quicker, Rastas, but BB8 will have the DRS. Here we go. What's Rastas going to do to defend himself? They're not doing anything by the looks of it. He looks very comfortable. And BB8 backs off at the last minute. He didn't want to take the risk. So he will remain in second place. And, sorry, Yarmo has spun off again. I think that's what the yellow flags are for. Meanwhile, Fashion Gold and Kendi have been battling for 8th place against Tom. And Kendi and Fashion Gold's positions have swapped around.
Did Tom get them both, though? I'm trying to think, because he was behind them both.
Oh dear, I think he did. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
But yeah, Stiggy is probably Stiggy looks like one of the quicker drivers here today. He looks like he's on for podium, as I believe Olaf Star's gone round. Yeah, but Siggy looked really quick. He looked
Kendi's went round. Kendi has went round. He's down into 13th now. Olaf Stars went round 2, and GMAC off the track 2. So a trilogy of errors there, as the gap continues to fall between the top 2. A quarter second. And BB8 doesn't have a good entry into Spoon, and he's already doubled his gap. And that's what you want to do here. You don't want to double your money here. You want to cut it down and get past at turn 1. But it doesn't seem to be happening. But BB8, as you can see, he is much quicker on the straights. Rasta is much quicker in the corners by the looks of it. Off camera, I do believe we have had... Yep, Tom has spun off, but now 3 tenths the gap between the top 2 in the race, in the championship. Now the DRS, BB8 looks much closer than he was before. Rasta ain't having none of it. He cuts to the inside, but is BB8 going to get past on the outside? Yes, he is. He takes the lead. And just in time, the safety car is out because there's been damage. Jarmo Bertie's lost his wing, and that has caused a safety car. Jarmo is just not having a good race today. It's a virtual safety car, sorry. For some reasons, Jack, they don't show the safety car is out, or the virtual safety car. It's just set to 1, set to 2, set to 3. So I do apologise for that. I should mention, by the way, Kendi has retired in the pit lane. New wing for GMAC. His race is done. GMAC is getting a new wing. Tom is getting a new wing. All Stars getting a new wing. And as soon as they do, the virtual safety car ends and the battle resumes between Rastaz and BB8, the top 2 in the championship. BB8 trying to conserve his championship lead as much as possible, or maybe better, extend it. If he doesn't extend it here, then he's going to lose the lead of the championship, most likely. And there's another yellow flag. I do believe GMAC has lost position again. I don't think that's the reason why it's come out, though.
It's Kende.
No, it's Kende, sorry, I do apologise. 2 tenths of gap there between the top 2, 1.5 seconds. Yarn was retired in the pit lane. And now Rastaz, didn't have a good entry into Cops. Casio Tangle there, and he's really close to them now. Rastaz going to try and take the lead back, and I don't see an answer from BB8 here. No answer, so Rastaz takes the lead back. It's only lasted for 1 lap, but I'm sure he enjoyed it, and he wants to put back even more when they come round once more time on lap 8.
All this battling though will reduce the gap to Yossi. Look, we'll claw him, Sam, Siggy, Stepstream, BR4, Tom, Fashion Gold, Taine, and D-Mort, maybe. We could see it, because they're all very close together. And 11 for the victories. So
I don't want to lose my heart again!
We had enough of the 4, so they're going to be 11 today. I find out. They've gained 3 counts in this lap. Looks like the Hards are starting to come into the race now.
Anyways, the battle between BR4, Tom, and Fashion Gold, now Tajine and D-Morts, who was lucky to score 2 points because of, I do believe, Yossi getting penalised and getting no points. D-Morts got the nod and the 2 points, 1 for the 10th and 1 for the fastest lap. They're making way through. I should mention, by the way, BB8's lost a lot of time. He's now down to 9 tenths behind Rastaz. He doesn't look like he's going to be challenging an overtake. What's happened, Jack?
He had a really poor spoon. He entered it all wrong, so he lost a lot. That bit there, like the hairpin and spoon, he had a poor run through it. So let's see though. He is a lot quick on the straight. So we'll
Tajine going for a move on the outside of Fashion Gold. Sorry, I cut you off there, Jack. And a bit of a budge between the two as they come through the Casco Triangle, and Fashion Gold hold it together. Oh dearie me! Tajine and D-Morts collide. And as a result, he has to go off the track. BR4 and Tom battling into the first corner. This is some great battling already. It's only lap 8. And BR4 JK still battling into turn number 2. And now into the S-curves themselves. It's Tom that managed to hold on. Is BR4 going to get a trick up his sleeve? I don't think so. He's remaining behind, no. But now, since that incident between Tajini Fashion Gold and D-Moore sliding around at the S-curves, it's cut up the gaps between them. The gaps went up very much so. All the gaps are going very much so, except the ones at the top, which has cut down to the smallest gap in the field so far. 6 tenths, 5 tenths. BB8 is getting better performance, and King Ivan has retired in the pit, and it is a full safety car. And there is the safety car.
Where did he crash? Did he crash in the last corner? Or did he crash in the pit lane? Did he crash in
the pit last lane? Corner.
Because he was doing a G-Max, so I don't know what actually happened there. Unless he crashed into the wall. I have no idea. But yeah, Rastaz is your leader on lap 8. Oh, 27. Will they box? They should box. They do box.
Yep, both top leaders box. Will Yossi do the same? No, he won't. He's on hards. Will Stiggy do it? Tam's doing it.
Tam.
Yossi's deciding to stay out. I am surprised that Tam's pitting. I thought it would be a bit too early for that. But yeah, all of the top 10 except for Yossi have pit. Yossi taking a great risk here. He's hoping for another safety car. I should mention, by the way, you know the map you get on the bottom of the screen? It's glitching somewhat. I should mention all the changes. BR4 has jumped ahead of Tom in the pits. BR4 jumps ahead of Tom in the pits. Sorry, say that again?
Stiggy jumped ahead of Tam and pits to P4.
Wow. Wing change maybe?
I've got a long way to go on those tyres though.
So the Hasses have changed position. I know this could be a strategy where Yossi tries to keep BB8 from Rastaz as much as possible. We should mention we got the full safety car, the Mercedes safety car in red, which kind of surprised me. I thought they were going to go with black, because that is the Black Series after all. They could have had a red Ferrari or a blue Alpine safety car. Please do that. Please do that, F1. We'd love to see all the different cars on show of the teams. Own road cars on the road. There is a mock-up of an Alpine safety car on Google, and I love it.
Yeah.
But we can't have nice things. So lap 9, and we should be quite a while because GMAC has just pit and is about, by my calculations, a full minute behind the rest of the pack. So we might be here for quite a while, Jack.
Yeah, he might be.
Jarmo says, go on.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those, isn't it?
Yeah. Yarmo says, this game is one big glitch. And I immediately upvote. Wait, this isn't Reddit. He says, I bleeping hate this game in the Discord, and you know what? I don't blame him. Let's be honest, at least EA is not Nintendo and doesn't go after you if you say anything bad about them.
Yeah, I mean...
No penalties, by the way, I should mention.
Yeah,
could be warnings, though.
Yet.
Let's look at the race director. We've got a few warnings. So Yossi's got a warning. Yossi's got 2 warnings, so he's got to be very careful. Don't see one for Rastaz, don't see one for BB8. So, yeah, no penalties so far. It's a good thing. We like clean racing here.
Yeah, we do. As a track, we don't really pick up penalties, really, to be fair. There's only a couple places where you can.
Yeah, which is funny, because this is one of the tightest circuits on the calendar.
Yeah. But it's just surrounded by grass, isn't it, that's all. Like, it's not runoff, so...
Yes, does EA have updates on the way they should do? I wish they could add Hockenheim, but it's not real. But they are going to add China. This is the thing, I don't know why they added China and Portugal post-launch instead of immediately.
Well, China and Portugal aren't on the calendar, are they?
Yes,
So.
but they were in the game last year, and I'm surprised they didn't. I know they're not in this game, but I thought they would have kept it as extras because they already have the files in the game. But well, I just don't know why. Safety car is not coming in this lap by the looks of it.
They might do. They'll be very late. They might. No, it won't.
No, it's not happening. Safety car is staying out. And he's still warming up his tyres, the hard tyres there. And they are going to be very worn indeed when we get underway. We will be getting underway next lap for sure.
Thankfully, this race was looking kind of good. And then got neutralised. Now,
yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
I'm just going to take a minute. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah. So, to everyone watching, lap 11 or 27, nearly halfway through this race actually. 13 and a half laps will make it to lap 27, if my maths is correct.
Yep, 27 laps.
It's 13 and a half, isn't it? That's 14 and a half.
Well, 14 because we round up, you see. Don't have half laps in Formula 1.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
But you know what I mean.
And we have 3 sectors to go. It finishes at the 2nd sector. That would just be ridiculous. It's like Rainbow Road, which Formula 1 should be racing on.
Rainbow.
Imagine Formula 1 racing on Rainbow Road. Anyway, safety car coming in this lap. We know that because all the packs bunched up. So, here we go then. Safety car in this lap. How is Yossi going to fare with 10 lap old softs? And he's really holding up the pack. I don't know, maybe he might let Rastas through and become an absolute animal.
The last safety car restart that happened, Rastas went from 6th to 1st by turn 1, so let's see what happens.
Holding it together, he's still holding him up. Oh, he gets a difficult exit out of the turn, and here we go once again. And immediately Rastas is going to try and go for an overtake on him. Right behind him, 2 tenths, but it doesn't look like... Or is he? He actually is going for it. He is going for it, and there's already an incident at the back. All-Star and G-Mac have already spun, and Rastas is taking the lead, and this is good for Rastas, because Yossi might go the affirmative and hold up BB-8 as much as possible, legally, to keep him as far away from Rastas as possible.
Well, Tam's got past Siggy after the restart, so Tam's back as the highest medium runner, but the R4's got a long way to go on the mediums. It's first session gold. So we'll keep an eye on those. They might go in on the softs if the safety car comes out. There's Tam's on the back of BB-8 actually. It's gonna be.
Oh my! This is not going to be good for BB-8. At this rate, he's going to be further back in the championship. Maybe Tam will try and get as close to 2nd as possible in the championship.
Revving the engine into 8th gear, soon curve then. Want to take it in 6th. He does take it in 6th quite well. Doesn't go on the power too much. Just adjust the throttle, and now he goes. Now ERS is activate. You know BB-8 is quick on the straight, so the ERS usage will have to be critical. And at crucial moments here, I think it's on the back of Yossi already. He really wants to get past him. Yossi looks all over the place. He's using all the ERS to go round the outside into the Casio triangle. He doesn't. Siggy just watching us patiently in behind in 5th place, and they're all really bunched up together. And now BB-8 activates the ERS, and maybe we will see an overtake into turn 1. 2 seconds off the best lap that he's done. 2 seconds off Rastas as well. Here we go. Round the outside, we saw there was contact here before Yossi and Yarmo, and BB-8 thinks better of it.
And Olav has become the first driver to incur a 3-second time penalty. But yes, look who's got involved now though, Jack. Stiggy is in the fight. And I think Olav starts retiring. Yep, he's retiring.
Yeah. Stiggy, he was speaking to me before the race. You know, he said he felt quietly confident about this Grand Prix to Japan, one of his best tracks. We're going to his literal best track next week in Monza, where I know from experience how good he is there. So expect him to be up towards the front at Monza.
Oh, BB-8 wants a piece of him at the hairpin. Oh, what's he doing? He's keeping him as far away as possible. This is an absolute animal performance from Yossi. Yeah, he's taken some inspiration from a certain Mexican driver. Look at this, it's free wide with a spoon curve. Are you kidding me? Are you not entertained? How is this happening? Only an F9, folks. Sticky is looking for a move at Tam. And now BB-8's going to have to try it again. Surely he's not going to get him this time. And he goes wide now, and now he might lose position to Tam as they head into the Casio Triangle. Tam around the outside, round the outside, but he bangs wheels with Yossi. Sorry, not Yossi, Tam. Lots of BB-8, and now BB-8 is going to go after him again. This is incredible work from the Haas boys. I've never seen anything like it. He's going to get past him now, is he? Is he still sight to him, but he's got past him at last. He knows he's going to charge away and try and get past close to Rast as possible. 4.6 seconds. It's a big ask, Jack.
13 laps to do it in though, so let's see. He was the quicker driver. It looked like the PDA was the quicker driver on the hard compound tyres last week, but obviously it's a different track, it's a completely different circuit to Mexico. So let's see what BB-8 can do. Is he going to try and chase other wins? Is he going to try and risk some warning to try and close in on last pass?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest, but BB-8's also already trying to make his charge. Fashion Gold and Slipstream are battling at the hairpin, and Fashion Gold stays ahead. Or gets ahead, I should say.
Gets ahead, yeah, he got ahead under the hairpin. Sent it, Daniel Ricciardo style.
Slipstream now going to try and get that position back as they come out the spoon curves. Or the curve. You see, look at that panel. That's all the information on there. And he's going to have to use that to help him get past Fashion Gold right on behind him. And now it's going to try, a bit of a slow back there as he bumps him again. And now Yossi is only half a second behind BB-8. Is he going to try it? No, he's not. He's not going to do it, Jack, is he?
He's going to. He's using all the ERS. He's going for it.
Oh my, and he nearly loses it. And he nearly loses it out of the first corner. Insane.
He used all his ERS just for that moment. And he actually looked as well. And they clipped the curve, which made his car unsettled. Now he's in a position of... His time's gone wide into the S-curve.
And he's off.
He's in a free place. And Tam, his season just goes from bad to worse. One of the title favourites on pace. And his season is just very inconsistent into the gravel, I told you. And Yossi picked up the first penalty of the front runners. And that'll be news to BB-8's ears and Stiggy's eyes, because he's going on course for a podium position, his first of the season.
Yeah, he already had 2 warnings, but I don't think he's that worried about not winning this race. I think he's more worried about his teammate securing the victory, and if that's the case, it will be 3 in a row for Rastas. Well, technically 4, but Miami did not count. As 4 tenths now the gap between Yossi and Sticky. I think this is a sign Yossi's got to go and pit.
Yeah, it's also a sign that, Sticky just is a quicker driver overall today. Is Tom. I think Stiggy's on the potential P2 here, Logan. That's something I don't think I'll be saying today. Especially at the start. The race is going to send it in!
No way! He almost got it too. Is he going to pit? No, he's not.
No. He tries to do the traditional Stiggy switchback, as he likes to call it. Here we go then. DRS open. ERS open. Not much ERS for Yossi. Yossi can defend the inside line. This could end in tears. It might as well end in tears. It doesn't end in tears.
And Yossi, ignoring the warnings he should pit from the consensus, still staying out there ahead of Stiggy, and this is only going to harm BB-8's chances of winning and any of these drives trying to get a podium, because then again, he does have a 3-second penalty. He should be paying attention to that. Tam and Slipstream now in a bit of a battle as well. Of course, Tam just lost a few positions after going wide at the S-curves.
He's not really lost that much time, because they're all so close. He actually hasn't lost too much time there.
Yeah, but he does have fantastic pace, it's been told.
Yes, he does. Ooh, was it an issue?
That's Tom again. Tom has already spun. And he is apparently minus 1.2 seconds ahead. That's impossible. Stiggy now 4/10 behind Yossi.
Stiggy looks good. He looks good. He looks consistent. He looks, especially after his very unlucky week season as well. Actually, he's a lot late on the break from Picasso. Triangle. He's going to get a penalty there. Yes, he is.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Fashion Gold and Tam battling for 6th, and Tam gets in at 6th. And there's another incident, and that's Tom. Tom now falling out of the top 10 as a result of that spin. Oh my goodness me, he's... Oh, and Slipstream's left the session again. He's really had a lot of connection problems, Slipstream has, hasn't he?
It's not that. It's his game crashes, and I can relate to him, because at the start
of
the game...
yeah, probably.
An issue is the game crashed. So you just have to reset your PS4 and stuff, and Tom's retired from the session in the pit.
Yeah, he's packed it in.
Stiggy! Signal 1! No way is this going to happen! Got the line now, wasn't going to happen, I feel.
Backs off at the last moment. I might... No, he's not going to try again, is he? Stiggy, he has got some guts today. He is on a mission, especially after what happened to him in Miami. Not Miami, sorry, Mexico. Quite cruel, to be fair. He wants to get back into winner's circle. He won F10 a couple seasons ago. He wants to win in F9. I think it was F... Correct me, is it F7 or F10?
F10 again. He won that season without... He won that season without even winning a Grand Prix. And here he goes. He's not won in a while, Stiggy, but he has a pace to win it, maybe, potentially. We'll see how he closes up with BB8. Round the outside of 130 after Andrew Alonso West. He still keeps his nose in. Down the inside of the Castro triangle. Rastas is going to shorten, not Yossi, sorry. He's going to surely close it off. Yes, he has. Rastas up the fastest out. But now Stiggy's got much better exit out of the Castro triangle. He's going to open the DRS, open the ERS, deploy it, sorry. The pace is so much more quicker than Yossi. He's got to get past him. Yossi squeezes him, then wheel banging. You can't really do that, Yossi. Andrew on the outside. Stiggy's surely got to get a smooth one. Grip your tyres. He's surely got to keep the nose on the inside. Into the S section.
Oh my word!
Yossi, be careful! Please! You want for hard compound tyres, but I believe Stiggy's finally got the move done. And now he can try.
He's still so close to him!
This is incredible.
I remind you, he is on 17.5 lap old tyres. How is he not pit yet? I think he's going to try and go the softs, Yossi.
They will last him. Lap 20, Yossi's going to send it. Ooh, Yossi. To be fair, right, BR4, Tam, and Fashion Gold 2 probably still need to do, still need to pit, and they'll go on to the softs, so Stiggy could be still be valid in his right to get a podium.
Yeah, I do think they're trying to get into the end of the race by the looks of it. I'm not quite sure about that, though.
They'll be very heavily worn.
Oh, yeah, will be. I think the medium runners will be pitting again, though, I'm not sure.
BB8 has lost so much time at that field, that's that, by the way.
He is 6.6 seconds down. As the battle in the midfield continues. By the way, this is for third. Look at the big line we have behind him. 3 cars wanting a shot at Love with the podium step. As Tom's lost it again, Tom 21. No change in the order coming out of turn number 1, turn number 2, and Yossi. How has Yossi held this on together? He's been on these tyres for 19 laps after this one. This is just insane.
He's doing well. He's doing very well. Yossi, he had that chance to win it in Austria, and he threw it away. Maybe he's just trying to vengeance himself now. He's still only very close to his actual qualifying.
The gap seems to have built at up front of this order. Stiggy and Yossi, by the way, they'll pretty much be neutralised because they've both got 3-second penalties. Oh, Stiggy does have a penalty. I just noticed that.
Yeah, he's got one. He's got one in the Castle Triangle.
Tam right behind BR4. These two have some history, especially last race. They're banging wheels a bit. It looks like Tam's much quicker to stay. I think he's going to get him here, Jack. Oh, look at this! Oh, he's banged him a bit with his wing. Oh, that was bound to happen. That was bound to happen. He just got too greedy with a move there, and he's spun out. Thankfully, he is ghosted, so Tam's day goes from bad to worse.
This season goes from worse.
And Yossi has finally pit. Now, what's it going to be? It's not soft, is it? Is it?
Still last. It is soft. Is it? No, it's mediums.
It is soft, it's red walls! Softs are on! Here we go, what's Yossi going to do with these super duper mega ultra soft tyres? Okay, maybe not. What about the medium runners? Surely they're not going to have to pit as well. It would just not make sense. They're going to have to pit, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh boy.
I mean, like, they don't have to pit, but...
Oh, of course not.
Honest,
they've already done their stop.
Tam will probably have to pit. I mean, this is the issue right now. So, BR4 Flash and Gold will probably get Siggy. BR4 will be on the podium, but realistically, Siggy's quicker than them on the same lap old tyres, on harder tyres as well. So, that's surely a sign that maybe it's time to just, you know, leave it. Like, just leave it and try and push as hard as you can on the softs.
Very well. So it seems like a bit of a lull in the action, except for your name's Tajine trying to bid for 5th place behind Fashion Gold. We got now 3 tenths. Oh, hang on. Tam and Demort. Tam has had a very good move.
BR4's in.
BR4 is in and he's got a penalty. That's not what you want to do as he puts soft tyres on. New soft tyres. To mention, Tajine and Fashion Gold battling, and Tajine drifts through into 4th place. A fantastic move. And on, well, to be fair, he's on the harder compound, but it's probably not as worn. I think they've neutralised these tyres.
Yeah, that gap is going to be... Stiggy's eyes are probably just lit up with that gap.
Yeah, 6.6. It's pretty much a 1-horse race at the front, and then a 1-horse race for 2nd, and a 1-horse race for 3rd, and a 2-horse race for 4th. Welcome to real life Formula 1.
Well, I mean, we can't live up to the Mexico race, surely. Unless we get a last gas safety car again.
I should also mention Slipstream is still ghosted. He's not rejoined the session since he disconnected. And Tam is going to overtake him. It's free pass, pretty much. And Demort's behind him. Imagine going for a ghost.
Yeah, he's just put in Discord his screen stuck on loading. He's really
Oh
angry.
no!
I can't saying. My game crashed again. Every beeping race, literally every PSGL my race, my game crashed. F's sake, literally every effing PSGL race can't catch a break, man. Because of this crap. My screen is stuck at 33% loading now.
Oh dear. I should mention we got 6 laps to go. It doesn't feel like it, to be fair. It feels like we've done 45 laps, not 22.
Well, it's 9:30 here in the UK. So,
Oh
it'll be 10:30 for some of the guys racing today. So they must be absolutely shattered as we go into the boring Mondays of this week. The final week of the summer holidays here in the UK before everyone goes back to school. Oh god.
We're already back to school here in Scotland.
Yeah, there we are.
We went back last week.
They finish early though, don't
they? Yeah,
they?
we finished late June, early July, and go back in mid-August.
Yeah, whereas we finish late July, go back early September.
Which is why there's been a few absences, because some people have been on holiday.
Yes.
And to note to you Americans, we mean vacation. It's not Christmas yet. Don't wake up just yet. Enough talk about that. We should mention that D-Morts is closer. Actually, no, Yozzie's close behind GMAC. D-Morts had the closest gap until Yozzie sprints through. And I don't think it's going to pay off because he's 7 seconds behind Slipstream. GMAC is.
Is Fashion Gold and Tam going to take these tyres to the end? Especially Tam. That's going to be a we might see a late puncture here, actually.
Yeah, we've seen late punctures before.
Oh, Tam. That's really close.
What happened to Tam?
He was very close to the wall on the pit entry.
Oh, look at the difference between the softs and the hards. No problem for Yozzie, gets into 9th. Don't think GMAC will be striking back anytime soon. And BR4 sets the fastest lap, but that's not the time you want to do it. If you don't finish in the top 10, do you know how much you get for a fastest lap? Zero zip nada. You only get it if you finish in the top 10.
I think Yozzie's best chance of the best result you can probably get now is probably P5, maybe P4, if he can close up that quickly. Maybe P5 actually. He's quick in sector 1. Oh, back end though. Last 5 laps they've gone through the Logan.
It looks like
a back-to-back victory.
The 3P, unless there is divine intervention from like last race where we had all the field bunch up, but I highly doubt that's going to happen because we are now on lap 24 and I think this is where the safety car doesn't come out.
Can I just say, BB8 is closing on him very quickly, to be fair. Not the rate that he should be. He is closing on him 2 seconds in the last 2 laps though. Could we see a last lap gasp? Maybe? Just maybe?
Well, let's not get too excited yet. The gap between 2nd and 3rd is nearly 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Siggy knows that he wasn't going to challenge the runners at the front. I think he knew the best bet was P3, and he's got that P3 at the moment on lock, so Yine can't really close in on him. He just seemed very strong today. He was very quietly confident. BB8 goes wide. He's going to lose about 4 tenths there. Yeah, Siggy was very quietly confident about today's Grand Prix, and it was paying off.
D-Mort's right behind Tam, trying to get 6th place off of him. As meanwhile, Yozzie closes in on Slipstream. I'm not sure if he's going to get him in time because remember he has a 3-second penalty to boot. Gats went up to 5 seconds now. I think this is all about Rastas keeping it together. Now, should make some notes about the medium tyre runners. They're on 15 laps right now, and Tam's one of them.
Yeah, Tam has spent about 3 times on those tyres. So, yeah. I mean, if you remember back in the old days on F1 2021, myself took the intermediate to like 17 laps around China to win the Grand Prix. You were commentating on that race, Logan, but it's doable, but it's a lot harder on this game with the bigger tyres.
D-Mort's right behind Tam, and on the better tyres. Should be a breeze for the McLaren driver. There he goes. He's got him. Doesn't even activate DRS. He's got it on anyway. And into 6th place he goes. But I do not think he'll be keeping up because D-Morts has got a penalty. Unless Tam gets a penalty of his own.
Let's keep an eye on that. I think D-Morts probably has a grip to get getting 3 seconds, but we'll have to see. Tam does not look good. He does not look comfortable in those tyres. He's lost a second in a sector. Yeah,
he has. I'm not liking the look of this, but what about Fashion Gold? How is he conserving his tyres? With the Lewis Hamilton helmet on for some reason. It looks like it. Or, no, Senna's helmet, sorry, not Hamilton's. So he makes his way around.
Helmets in the F1, so,
There's no DRS gaps. They're all over 1 second, except BR4. Lovely. BR4 on softs, obviously, and Yozzie as well. Yozzie should be catching Slipstream eventually. This will be for 8th place. But can he run away from the 3-second penalty as fast as possible? The only way that Rastas can lose this race is if he incurs a penalty. I don't think he's got any warnings.
I think he's got one. I think it's from Spoon.
Tam's pit. And he's lost his wing, actually. He's lost his wing. Wait, is he? He's retired from the session. He's lost his wing. Yeah, BR4 is going to get a point.
BR4 will get a point.
That is unless he crashes out.
Yes. No, he will. No, he will. Oh, no, because Tom.
Yeah, Tom. Tom is almost about to be lapped by Rastas.
I mean, if he spins now, Tom, he will not finish. He will finish his race now.
I think Tam might have had a puncture.
Oh.
I think that's my rate retired. He lost his front wing.
Be careful, Fashion Gold then.
Yeah, I'm just checking on him right now. He's getting approached by D-Morts.
Oh, those tyres. Look at those rear tyres, I know they're going. They go onto the back. Look at those rear tyres.
Yeah, I've got him on right now. It does not look promising for the Mercedes driver. It looks like they're about to pop any minute.
Imagine they go on. Imagine they go on.
Get a pin. Get a needle. No, don't do that. Actually, that'd be very dangerous.
And again, look at Ragtag's rear tyres as well. Actually, they look on as well.
And then again, he is on what I should say hard tyres. They're gonna have less grip. Meanwhile, D-Morts does take 5th place, and there's an incident at Sector 2. I do believe that's Tom.
Is that Tom?
Yeah, Tom will have to let him through. He's going to be ghosted, of course, for fairness, obviously. And
so
I think
Tom will not complete. He will not complete the full race distance.
he will not complete the full race distance, and he will be down in 11th place. So
G-Mac can crash. Is he going to get the fastest lap? Oh, no,
I wouldn't crash. I don't know who has the fastest lap. I'll check that at the end of the race. Meanwhile, I should go on board with Rastas. Rastas has been in a league of his own today. And with a bit of assist from Yossi. Yeah, but look, he's went wire to wire pretty much all but one lap. Rastas coming through the final corners. He's going to make it 3 for 4 here in PSGL F9. He wins in Japan, and it'll be 2nd place for BB8. Stiggy looks like he's going to be getting 3rd place as he comes close.
Stiggy.
Yeah, 14.5 seconds behind, but he won't care. He's going to be finishing in 3rd place.
I'll be happy about that. I'll be really happy about that. First podium in PSL this season. Stiggy comes across in front in P3 from P10, and his penalty will not matter as Taine will finish in P4.
Oh, he's went off the... What's he doing? He's went off the track completely, Fashion Gold.
He's got puncture, he's got puncture. He's got puncture.
Where's the puncture?
That's why. Front right, front right.
Front right? I don't see... Oh yeah, you're right actually. He does have a front right puncture. It's hard to see, but... I don't see it on my screen actually.
You can see it's deflated. It's deflated.
Oh yeah, I see it now. And as a result, he has fell behind Yossi, who gets 7th place. He didn't pit during the safety car. It might have cost him a big points position, and G-Mac will get the last point. I do believe BR4 got the fastest lap, but that may have changed in the past few laps. And of course, Tom laps does not score. Tom got the fastest lap. What a shame.
Well, that was not as entertaining race as Mexico, but you know, it still provided some decent entertainment.
Entertaining if you're not in the front.
Yes. As I have just been messaged by Stiggy with all caps screaming, "Yes, podium baby, get in there."
Get in there, Lewis. Tom.
Yeah.
There's the champagne celebrations, and I'm guessing that Rastas is not getting tired of that at all. And he was BB8, to be fair.
No.
The new Hamver bot Rastas, BB8, and some rando. And he's from 10th for the grid as well, I have to say. Yeah, Tom got a fast lap, so no bonus point for anyone. Better luck next week, fellas. He actually... yeah, there was... Actually, no, D-Mort's got the fastest lap and got promoted to 10th, so no, it's just this week.
Fair enough. Right, so we do the interviews then?
Yes, I'd like you to invite the
Do you not
big
remember
three.
last time it happened? It kind of
Oh yes, oh yeah, I completely forget about that.
It's a bit weird. I think it's PS4.
Yeah, right. I will invite the big winners. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see. Oh yeah, I don't think Rastas will be doing voice because remember he doesn't do interviews. I think. I know Stiggy will be though. Alright, let's bring him in.
Stick you'll want to be interviewed because I'm going to have to because you'll want to talk to me.
Please wait one moment. We'll be getting the interviews very shortly.
Good
Hello?
evening.
Evening.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
How was the how was the race for you guys?
Well,
There was some good scraps.
yeah, there were, but I can't say the same at the front.
No, I think no. That was not the goal. It wasn't the same at the front. No. Odd and Tyne. Good job, mate.
Thank you.
Shall we start off then, Logan? Because I don't think
Yeah,
joins, does he?
Rastas isn't joining. Is it because I'm not going to be trying offensive, but I don't think the English language is in his best interests. And to be fair, the English language is rubbish, so he has a good point. I don't like the English language. Learn Spanish. Anyway, BB8, well done on second place, but at what cost? The championship lead, because Rastas just seemed to be unstoppable with his sidekick today.
Yeah, I mean, he was quite fast, but after Yossi defended so hard, I couldn't catch up to Restes. He was just too quick for that.
Well, yeah, it just seems like there have been the dynamic duo all season. There was so much love for Yossi in the chat, helping out. Well, let's say help out and keep you away from Rastas as much as possible. It seemed to have worked. Rastas has just been a different league of his own all season so far, bar the first race where it just all went horrible. And yeah.
Taz is doing a flawed fish stick at the moment, as Jack and Logan both well know. He's just scampering off into the distance with race wins and pace.
Should I ask my old teammate some questions, Logan?
Yes, go ahead.
Tom!
Hey, mate.
Should I say? Long time no speak.
Yes, mate.
Describe me your race, because obviously you qualified quite poorly, but you started well.
Thanks.
You started quite well. Well, poorly for you, should I say. Started quite well, and you seem to be hanging around the P5, P4, and then you got a life, like you just got promoted into this world of your own, and just kind of settled away, drove into the sunset really, and you got a penalty as well, which didn't really matter.
No, I mean the qualifying pace was okay. I mean, you know, I think realistically, I probably could have got an extra 10th out of the lap if I wasn't so cautious into the first and second Degners in quali. So I could have maybe started 7th, but I mean, I basically made up those spaces in the first lap or so, regardless, because everyone was on the hards. Yeah, I mean, I'm also going to credit my teammate Tom as well, other Tom, for his the fastest lap at the end. Just sort of had a bit of a word with each other and decided he should go fastest lap just to reduce Raztaz's points haul. But no, the race was good. I mean, you know, there was a lot of battling, especially after the safety car. It was hard sitting there in sort of P6 watching, you know, three different, you know, Tyne, Tam, and Yossi go at it and try and keep my nose clean. But yeah, I was happy with the race pace. I know I'm not the fastest in the tier, but at the end of the race I was consistent, 33 ones, twos. And yeah, just kept my nose clean apart from the couple of corner cuts I got trying to battle Yossi. I did try to go around the outside of 130R and picked up 2 warnings on the same corner. So that was interesting. But yeah, I'm very happy to be back on the podium, actually get some solid points considering how well Mexico went.
Yeah. Just one more question from me to you. We all know what next week is. Your absolute favourite track, Monza.
Monza, yes.
You know, you're fantastic at it. You've won there before on PSGL in F10, I want to say. Not the F10, but before. In the Renault on F1 2020. So what are your thoughts going into the Italian Grand Prix at Monza? Obviously, you love that track so much. So give us your thoughts going into it.
I enjoy the circuit. I'm hoping I'm going to enjoy it. I haven't actually done much practice on it at all yet. So I'm going to hopefully... put some work on it this sort of back end of this week, and hopefully sort of repeat, I guess, another consistent result. Like I said, I mean, it might be my strongest track, but I'm not going for wins really. I haven't really got that pace in me, especially with the likes of Tyne and both the Hasses lying around. But if I can stay in sort of the top 6, I think I'll be happy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's always a fun track to race on as well. And yeah, I think it's just sort of a track that hopefully suits my driving style on this game as well.
Logan?
Yes, I forgot to say about you two, by the way. We should mention that next week we are going to Monza for the first of 2 Italian races, an Italian doubleheader. It wasn't supposed to be, but we decided to move it after Abu Dhabi was dropped from the calendar at the last minute. So what are your guys' thoughts on Monza?
Go on, Tyne, I'll let you go.
Monza, not one of my strongest, but it's... I think it was the first league race I ever did on Monza, so that's... But it's not my strongest. I hope Restes is not too quick there, so...
Oh, we're just all hoping and praying now for Restes is run away.
It's 0-0 wing heaven, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'm really not sure about the 0-0 and a wing thing. I mean, I was surprised so many people ran it in Spa. From the practice I've done in Monza, running 0-0 and a wings is just understeer. Like, it doesn't... You know, the Lesmos and Ascari are just difficult to do, especially at the start of the race if you're on a hard tyre as well. It's going to be practically impossible. There might be some people maybe running, I guess, low wings, sort of like within the first 10, just to aid, I guess, the grip. But yeah, it will be hopefully be an exciting race, similar to the first half of this one.
Well, I will just want to say both of you many congratulations on your performances tonight, especially Stiggy, because of course I don't think he was expecting a podium tonight. I remember last week.
No, I wasn't.
Well, you weren't even starting the race technically.
Monza was Mexico. I mean, what happened was, I have I used to have at least my clutch release command as gear down rather than gear up. And at the start of the race, it never registered that I'd pulled it. So as I released it to start the race, it put me in reverse. So I've since assigned this back to gear up. So at least then if I do miss it, I can just pull it forward again. But yeah, it was a bit weird. Yeah, it was weird, just weird it never registered or even run into anti-stall. But yeah, a bit of a shame really with Mexico. I was hoping to get some decent points there, but redemption. Yeah. So.
Well, that was quite unfortunate, but of course, these things happen. We do learn from it.
As we have to see him change the controls over, and hopefully we'll be that'll be the end of that now.
All right, Jay Tyler, I think I was quite rude in there. Do you have any questions for BB8? Because I don't think you had any.
Sorry, yeah, I had to do. I was just very focused on interviewing a good friend of mine. No.
Thanks, Jack.
Didier, obviously, recently you've been second peg towards Rastas, but last week, you seem quicker than him. This week you seem quicker than him in the first part of the stint, and obviously it kind of petered out because obviously Yossi did a Sergio Perez type defending on you. So obviously Monza, are you aiming for a podium, a win? You know, you said it's not your strongest track, but you know, what do you think realistically? What do you think going forward now? We're going into round 5 of the championship, going on to the last stages, 6 more rounds to go for you. What do you think the ultimate goal is for you going into the rest of the season?
Yeah, the ultimate goal is, of course, winning the championship, but that's not gonna be that easy. So, and yeah, just Monza keeping it on second until the, and look if I can keep up with Rastas. If I'm quicker, then I'm trying to pass on there, because it's not that difficult, I think, because of the DRS you have. There's quite a lot of DRS. You have so many possible overtakes to be made, and I'm just looking forward to battle with Rastas again.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Obviously, EOS depletion is gonna be huge around that circuit as well. So, obviously, got to manage it very well. But Logan, that's me done.
Yeah, I think that's me done. I think, say, very well done to the both of you on your achievements tonight. And we're also going to say, of course, Rastas, because, of course, he couldn't be here, but he's just run away with it now. But I think that's the last person you want to congrats. Yeah, of course, big props.
He had the pace. It was just, yeah, he was quick, but yeah. Get him into F9.
We are in F9.
Oh, get him into F8 then. PCF1. He was actually, I think his qualifying pace was on with the likes of PCF4 at least.
Yikes.
He's quick.
So the other half has been reported as well. You'll see, has been reported.
Are you looking forward to Monza, Jack? Because I know you got it first.
Oh yes.
I don't even want to talk about it, you know. I'll talk to you about it later.
Yeah, but you can have a practice, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, I think that's that.
Yeah, it is. I know you're a bit mad at it, so.
Alright.
Well, I think we should bring this long night. I do want to apologise about the earlier problems.
Yeah.
But I think that's us done for the night.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we got there in the end, but it's Rastas who makes it 3 in a row. And it's going to be quite a mountain to climb for everyone. It's been all Rastas these past few weeks. And next week he might have a chance to make it 4 in a row as we go to Monza, the Temple of Speed, one of the original tracks. The longest serving track in Formula 1 has been on all but one season. And, you know, it's
What
just...
season was that?
1980, they went to Imola instead of Monza.
Fair enough. Good knowledge.
And then Imola stayed on to host the San Marino Grand Prix and now hosts the better named and more accurately named Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix because it wasn't in San Marino. It was just an excuse to get it on the calendar. Anyway, enough Formula 1 storytelling. I'm just going to say, have a good night, everyone. I hope you see a more exciting race, in all honesty, next week. Like last week. But, you know, sometimes these just happen. Anyway, have a good night, everyone, and enjoy your evening.